Hi guys, this is Joe again, and I'm looking forward to this short moment with you. And what I want to talk about today is it's not what happens to you that breaks you. It's how you react to that kind of situation. That means what I want to say is that if something happens to you, that's terrible. It could be emotional, could be someone betrayed you, someone pulled you down, you lost your job, or just terrible things that would really sort of tend to pull you down. The amazing thing is that these same things happen to a lot of other people. But then in the end, there's like different results because it's not what happens to you that makes you or breaks you, but it's how you react to it. It's how you react to it. What you do when something happens to you. What kind of paradigm do you have? How do you view it? And I just want to say that it's very, very important to differentiate between a fact and your own opinion to the fact. For example, if you are to lose a lot of money, you can either say, oh, well, this is the end, or you can act differently. When you lose the money, it's a fact that you have lost the money. But when you say that it's the end of your life, that is just an opinion. It is not a fact. Why am I saying that? Because there's a lot of people who have lost all they had and were able, with hard work and determination, to accumulate wealth in a few years again. They could have said, well, this is the end. They could have been depressed and sat down there and said, well, this is the end. But they chose not to do that. They chose to fight back. They chose to rise up and fight. And I know that it's easier said than done. I know that. I truly know it's easier said than done. But the fact is that it's possible. It's possible to come from a very tragic situation and rise up and convert it into something very, very positive. And there's lots of examples of that. I'm sure you've personally either gone through that or you've heard of other people who are really down, like they had nothing, but were able to rise up. They were able to rise up and, just turn their lives and change their lives. One of my favorite examples is from the famous Tyler Perry. Tyler had a very, very hard childhood, and one time he was living in his car. That's how tough things were. He could have said, "Well, this is it." He could have said, "This is what happened to my family, and so I'm never gonna rise up." But he chose not to give up. He chose to work hard, and he never lost his vision. And the rest is history. And like I say, there's lots of examples of that. So it's not what happens to you that determines your future. It's not what happens to you that makes you or breaks you. It's how you react to it, how you react to the situation. Because look at it this way, as long as we live in this world, there will always be situations that will come your way, that will try you, that will pull you down, that will, just make you go through a very tough time emotionally. As long as you live, as long as you breathe and live, there's always going to be such situations. But you can choose to rise above it. You can choose to fight and say, I will make it in spite of everything. Or you can sit down and get depressed and get into like a pity party, a self-pity, and not move forward. So choose to move on. Choose to hang on to your dreams. Choose to fight for your dreams, no matter what happens to you. Choose to rise up and say, well, I may be down right now, but I'm going to rise up. I may be in a valley right now, but I'm going to get to the other side. I may be going through a dark tunnel right now, but there's light on the other end of the tunnel. But you can only see that light if you keep on moving and moving. So it's not what happens to you that makes you or breaks you. It is what you do after that. It is the choices that you make after that. Just shift your paradigm and just say, no matter what happens, I will rise up and I will move on. I hope I was able to help you today.